Und Caller dieses Achtelfinals, ein Mann, den ihr aus vielen Fernsehübertragungen kennt, der Calculator, Kirk Bevins.
Well, one quarter-final has been decided for this evening. Mensur Suljovic will take on John Henderson. Suljovic through, thanks to Joe Cullen's understandable withdrawal from the tournament, and John Henderson knocking out Alan Norris in a dramatic last 16 clash, which sees Hendo get through to the quarter-finals for the first time since he reached the final of a European Tour event a couple of years ago. The next couple of games will decide the next quarter-final. Peter Wright takes on Stephen Bunting after James Richardson looks to make it a second consecutive win for an unseeded player. But he'll have an uphill task against Dave Chisnall. However, Paul Nicholson, Richardson's first two performances suggest that he's up to it.
I think he might be, and the 180 count from yesterday, he's going to have to bring that today, because Chisnall, whereas he's had a couple of weeks off before this event, he has the freshness factor. His 180s might not have been perfect yesterday.
James to throw first. Game on.
But the more Chizzy plays, the more he will get in the groove. I don't know, there's something about this game that, for some reason, I think it might be quite close.
55.
Could well be. Forgot to introduce myself, Paul. Hi, I'm Chris Murphy.
You are Chris Murphy.
Yeah, Richardson hit 8 180s in that victory yesterday.
100.
6-5 win against Benito van der Pas. Funny enough, Daryl Gurney hit 8 180s as well, and it was also 6-5.
Well, the more legs you play, the more opportunities you got to hit 180s,
yeah,
right?
Both players, a couple of them were in the last leg as well. Somewhere to close out a last leg shootout. But the match before that,
24.
James Richardson beat Mark Webster 6-2 and averaged over 101.
55.
So it's not like he's just turned up and had one flash in the pan performance.
I don't think any performance is a flash in the pan for James Richardson. He lives and breathes this game. It's why he wakes up in the morning. And the amount of work he puts in is testament to the results he's been getting over the last few years. Everything he does, he deserves. Because he stands for a great cause in Darts for Heroes.
85.
He wears his heart on his sleeve. He's so aggressive, which is great to watch. And he genuinely causes trouble for people.
Well, he's looking to match his best run of 2017. Richardson reached the quarterfinals at Players' Championship 8 in Barnsley back in April. And looking to reach his first quarter-final on the European Tour since last March.
106.
He lost to Peter Wright in that quarter-final. Could face Peter Wright again if he does get past Dave Chisnall. But Chizzy looking at 160. Needs double top to complete the combo.
120.
Over the top.
Well, he got the burger, he got the fries, he forgot the Diet Coke. That's a bull. Oh, go 15 bull, please. Bullseye for a peach. Oh, that would have been something special.
If you require 40.
Well, there is logic in that finish, I promise you that. 25 to leave 90. But Chizzy, for a very awkward double top now.
You're only about, he had to step across, only had about half the bed to aim at. You can see there, just completely block the target, just in the big 9, but in the double 8, and James Richardson survives in the first leg.
Throw first. Game on.
Well, allow me to explain that the outshot that James Richardson was going for was not bragging or an exhibition shot. It really wasn't. There is logic behind
140.
it. Bullseye leaves 65. He has to go 15 bull after that. If he gambles and goes for the treble 15, he's got double 10. But if he misses the bull, he's got 90. He can stay on the bull if he's got a good guide, or go treble 18, double 18. There's a lot of reasonable logic behind that shot.
Yeah, you can't go 25 in case you hit the bullseye.
180.
Dave Chisnall finds 3 in the bed. First 180, you said that James Richardson would have to
78.
find that power scoring, because Chisnall will hit 180s.
I actually think Dave Chisnall could hit a 180 when he is sleeping.
100.
He's that good.
You look at the Premier League field, and Chisnall often hits the most 180s, doesn't he? Out of all the best players in the world, the biggest 180 hitter.
100.
If you say to Dave Chisnall, I'll give you an hour to hit more 180s than me, then that's a silly bet, because...
Well, if I said it, it'd certainly be a silly bet, Paul.
Double 16 for Chizzy. Oh, that's lovely. What a clean 12 darter that was.
180 in the leg, 81 out. Now Richardson looking to fire in his first maximum.
108!
Brace yourselves, everybody. There could be a few more to come. I sincerely hope there are, because
81.
I'd like to call them in with you, Chris.
Well, yeah, James Richardson certainly. Well, what's he up to now? Oh, just wide. Just a little bit of a rush of blood there.
121.
But still in control of the leg, and because he won the bullseye, doesn't have to break Dave Chisnall in this match.
134.
So as long as he can just stay strong on his own throws, could move through.
No, we're not going to mention a certain dart player from the southeast region of England who seems to be the gatekeeper of the 9-dart leg. How are you, Ross?
Yeah, talking to
100.
a few of the staff here at
Require 100.
PDC Europe and at the PDC, we're all sure it's going to happen by the end of the year.
We've got positive vibes about it. I see it coming. Not sure about that, you know.
40.
No,
I think guarantee the double. 3 darts in hand with a double.
Chisnall's not on a finish. He knows that Dave Chisnall will put pressure on as well, and he's only going to get 2 darts when he returns now. Just look what Chizzy's done after 2 darts here.
Not to mention, James's darts stand up, so he's going to shield it ever so slightly.
James requires 60.
Well, let's see. There has to step across to get round the obstacle of the first dart. Might have to move across the other way now. Yeah, made it hard for himself.
James requires 50.
I rest my case. The top shot, I don't think was a prudent plan. Now, he can be made to pay because 56 is right in Chizzy's wheelhouse.
But Chisnall doing the right thing there. Must have felt that the stem was coming loose, just stopped and tightened it. And now he could tighten his grip on this match by landing double top.
16. James requires 40.
He's got away with it.
Yeah.
Now he's got 3 darts in hand for tops. Just needs 1.
Third leg. James Richardson.
Yeah, well, Chisnall's missed darts to win both the legs that James Richardson has won. So getting away with it is the right turn of phrase, I think, so far, Paul. It's not been the high standard
59.
that Richardson has hit in the first 2 games so far. He's averaging around 15 points below his opponent, yet
95.
finds himself in front.
Sometimes you just got to grit it out, though, haven't you? And James Richardson knows the enormity of today, that this could well be the biggest date of his darting life. In order to do that, he's got to get by Dave Chisnall. He's got to make smart decisions. I feel that he's been so aggressive over the course of the last couple of days. He's been hitting 130 checkouts on double 5 when he could have laid up and been less aggressive, but that's not his game. You just get the feeling that if there's a shot to be hit, he goes for it.
Well, he's already done better than he did last time he met Dave Chisnall. Chisnall beat James Richardson 6-1 just 2 weeks ago in Wigan. That one of 5 previous meetings. Chisnall has won 4 of those encounters.
180.
Second match to Chizzy.
Another bullseye. Oh, it was a good effort.
92.
Leads tops.
Xavier Require 142.
Piles the pressure on this 142. Needs a 60. If he'd hit a 60, I guarantee he would have stayed there for a double 11.
63.
Big shot coming up.
40.
And that is a breaker throw. And James Richardson now has this match in the palm of his hand.
There are going to be some people at home who have never seen James Richardson play. And maybe this weekend is the first time you've seen him play. And you should be very impressed.
100.
Because he throws a very fast, fluid game. And he can genuinely worry people. Maybe the one thing that's missing from the James Richardson game is consistency through a whole season. He tends to make a lot of European events. I always see him at the airport. But maybe it's the Pro Tour events that he doesn't quite do what he should.
Better to have one big run than reach the 3rd round of every Pro Tour event, though, isn't it?
There's a lot of sayings out there. We can be so philosophical about it.
Think
Better
about
to be lucky than good.
Well, just one player turns up, a Henderson, a Richardson, a Vandenberg, a Peterson, turns up today and wins the whole thing. The difference that makes to their year and potentially their career, not just in terms of winning something, but in terms of the ranking money it gets, puts them. Well, Henderson's already going to be in the match play, but you look at some of the players, it puts them in big tournaments for the rest of the year that they might not have been. Then they've accrued the first round prize money from all them. They then get added to the rankings. All of a sudden, they're catapulted right to the top of the starting order.
Well, let's not forget about the fact that James Richardson was in the quarterfinals of the European Championships last year. Now, he's done it again. He's not going to stop.
Seems very unwise.
Didn't guarantee, I have to emphasise that word, guarantee a shot at a double to take the leg. He takes this leg, he's got a 4-1 lead on Dave Chisnall.
Yeah.
I personally wouldn't have done that, but it's not his style of darts.
Game shot on the fifth leg.
Backfired. And he might look back at the video of this match in days to come and think, why on earth did I do that?
Do you know what I feel? I think that's just his brand. Everybody's got a different way of playing the game, whether it be soft tip tactics or use of the bullseye, old school darts with a lot of conventional finishing. James Richardson just does his thing.
100
and that's Chisnall's thing.
It is. But as you said before, Paul, if you've got a chance to guarantee a double and you pass that chance up, you can only blame yourself, can't you? Sometimes it'll work for you, but in the long run, playing those sort of gamble shots,
58.
You're going to lose legs doing it.
You are going to lose legs. You really are. Doesn't matter how brilliant you are. And there's a big chasm between 4-1 and 3-2.
There is, however, having broken Dave Chisnall already, doesn't need to do it again, so it's still not slipping away from him quite just yet. And there we go, Chisnall with a 4th 1-8 to 2 in the leg.
100.
Well, is this the leg that is the catalyst to a Dave Chisnall resurgence? Is it in?
47.
It wasn't. We couldn't see because of the flight.
He does like double 18, doesn't he, Dave Chisnall?
140.
He's had a bit of trouble on tops in this match, so probably the right choice to set it up by the big 20 to leave double 18 there.
If in doubt, have two favourite doubles instead of one. Just in case. It's 3-3.
James to throw first.
And just like the last game, we've had a few missed darts at double. Few chances missed. And we've got a really good game in our hands.
Yeah, those that hadn't seen James Richardson's performances so far might have felt this could be something of a mismatch. Chisnall 55 places above his opponent in the world rankings. The world number 6, Dave Chisnall.
77.
Did move up to 5 for a short time, and that earned him a place in the World Cup of Darts, of course.
It's very strange to see Dave in red.
140.
I've never seen him in a colour apart from yellow. Aside maybe once or twice when he had an away shirt on, when he had a black one on.
140.
Yeah, you had Dave Chisnall in red and Michael van Gerwen in black and orange at the World Cup of Darts.
It was like the darling Twilight Zone.
133.
Van Gerwen in action at the end of this afternoon session against Rob Cross. Now we saw James Richardson have a stab at 132 earlier on. You'd be hoping that Chisnall doesn't land another bullseye. He has though, double 16 for a Hollywood finish.
100.
What an effort from Chisnall. No hesitation from Ruthless. Double 8.
36.
Misses. Now by virtue of that brilliance and that great effort on the 1-3-2 Hollywood shot, Chisnall's got 3 darts in hand for double 16 to take the lead.
Or will this be the tungsten tide turner? Double 8 for Dave Chisnall.
Game shot on the 7th.
And he is in front. And he's in front for the first time in the match.
It's Dave to throw first. Game on.
And that's after 3 legs on the spin. From the man who's picked up 11 PDC titles, including 1 on the European Tour. That was back in 2013.
And one thing that a lot of people don't talk about with these two guys is that before they made it big in county and tournament darts,
100.
Great darts from Richardson to start this leg. As that they were real local giant killers. You know, Chizzy up in the northwest, St Helens, and consequently when he moved to Morecambe, played a lot of local stuff.
100.
Learned their craft. James Richardson from Rushton in Northamptonshire still plays a lot of local tournaments because he doesn't want his son to get one up on him at all. He wants to win all the time. And if you want to learn your craft, just keep playing tournaments like these guys have done. Learn your apprenticeship and bring that game onto this stage.
Well, Richardson needs to bring his game right now because Chisnall's down to a finish. Threatened 132 in the previous leg. Richardson's left-hander. Could be crucial moments here. And it's bullseye for 5-3. And he's done it again. Wonderful stuff from Dave Chisnall. That may prove to be the match-winning shot.
Well, if your question was how good is Dave Chisnall, there is your answer. Very far from pointless. That was a 98 out of 100. Absolutely brilliant. Dave Chisnall does that a lot of times before lunchtime, and he does it more after lunch. It's a Dave Chisnall type of shot because
44.
He loves 12 darters.
Well, the smallest target on the board, therefore the hardest target on the board. The last 3 shots that he's hit.
45.
2 bullseyes to set up 32, which he then missed but took out the next visit. And then bullseye at the end of a 1-2-4 combination finish. And he's averaging around where James Richardson averaged in game 1.
100.
And there's his fifth 180. And from 3-1 up, James Richardson, we're wondering what's hit him.
When you want to be a world-class top 6 player, you've got to be comfortable playing ton-plus average darts. Dave Chisnall has basically got his feet up with a cup of tea watching the Waltons right now. That's how comfortable he is playing this type of game.
Well, it could be good night John Boy in a second, couldn't it? Or James Boy. Doesn't quite work.
Jim Bob.
43.
You didn't watch the Waltons, did you, Murph?
40.
Not religiously.
He did, that's 60. I would have loved to see the tops there.
Well, we've seen it, haven't we, this weekend?
Yeah, well, Mark Walsh with a red carpet finish.
Well, the 60 just gives Richardson one last chance to apply some pressure, but really needs a treble here.
59.
Doesn't get it. Dave Chisnall to complete a run of 5 consecutive legs to book his place in the quarterfinals.
As Elmore Parker would say, here comes Chizzy.
60. Danger require 138.
He's going to come back, but only he will come back.
98.
Got to take this. Can't give James Richardson another sniff. He really can't.
Well, double 10 for Dave Chisnall to book his place in the last 8 in a match between him and Peter Wright or Stephen Bunting. And there it is. Richardson had the better of it at the start, but Chisnall found his feet and found his form. 5 legs on the spin from a 3-1 deficit sees Dave Chisnall move into the quarterfinals of the Happy Bet European Darts Open. He'll take on the winner of our next match. That's between the number 2 seed and crowd favourite Peter Snakebite Wright and the bullet Stephen Bunting. But it's James Richardson who's been given the bullet here by Chizzy. He's through to the quarterfinals, and we're going to hear what he thinks about his performance today. Here's Dave Chisnall talking to Elmar. Join us in a few moments for Snakebite against Stephen Bunting.
Ruthless. 2 gute Siege eingefahren, aber heute war Chizzy einfach ein Nummerchen zu groß. Dave, congratulations. A slow start, but you got better and better the longer the match was.
Yeah, I got a little bit better. He played quite well. I played today, but I got the win at the end, and that's all that matters.
At the end, average of 101 almost. Yep. Didn't feel it good?
Nah, for the first few legs it wasn't good, but the last 6, 7, 8 legs it was okay, and then 101's not bad.
5 legs in a row is not too bad as well. You've got actually a tough draw. You had James Wade yesterday. James is in a good form now. And Peter Wright could be the next one.
Exactly. They don't get easier. But I'm here to win. I'm playing quite well. I've had a week off. And we'll see what happens.
Thank you very much. Dave. Dave Chisnall hatte eine Woche frei und ist in guter Form.